Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chidi and I'm a lifestyle vlogger. I make videos about my family lifestyle and some bits of medical school. So guys, in today's video we're going to be discussing everything about childcare, nursery, whatever you know it as, the cost associated with sending your child to a childcare facility here in the UK. So all my discussion is going to be surrounding in the UK because that is the system that I'm familiar with. So, and my kids, they're actually starting nursery full time today, and it's been an emotional roller coaster for me, and there's been a lot of other stuff involved, both financially, emotionally, and otherwise. So I'm going to be discussing today what it takes to actually send your child to a childcare facility here in the UK. So let's dive right into the video. So guys, my kids, like I said before earlier in the video, they're going back to, not going back, so they're actually starting childcare for the first time. So I've always had family up until now who took care of my kids, so but now I haven't got such liberty at the moment, so I'm not having to send them back to nursery. I'm not having to send them to nursery so I can go back to university to complete my studies. So if you, I don't know if you haven't watched my previous video, I did release a video where I discussed and shared with you guys that I'll be going back to studying full time, and I needed a place to send my kids to. So in terms of my kids, so I do have two beautiful kids, and I need them to be in nursery for when I go back to university. And my university is usually like Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. So that means I'll be needing to where to keep my kids to cover those times when I'm not around. So I found a nursery for them, and there's a video where I actually shared going to different nurseries to pick the one that actually suits us as a family and suits my kids. So I've got a video somewhere on how to choose the best nursery for your kids. So I eventually found a nursery a few months before now. So I found that nursery last summer. I think that's when I started going around for nursery visits around my area to just have a look and see what I feel about it. So I eventually chose the one where they'll be starting today. So, and obviously there's a lot of things involved in looking for a nursery and actually enrolling your child in the nursery. So first of all, you have to actually go to the nursery and see if you like it, and then apart from that, obviously there are some costs involved. So that's what this video is all about, is me talking to you guys about the costs associated with sending your child to nursery in the UK. So it's also good to bear in mind that the costs are variable depending on the area you live in. So in the area I live in, so I'm just going to break it down now. So I've got two kids that have been needing childcare, and the childcare I need for them is full-time. So full-time childcare in the nursery they'll be going to is class that starting at 8 a.m. in the morning and finishing at 6 p.m. in the night. So what happens, I have to drop them at 8 a.m. and then pick them up at 6 p.m. So from 8 to 6, obviously it covers the breakfast, the lunch and the dinner before they get back to the house. And from 8 to 6, obviously they have different rates. So I opted to go for a nursery, and for the nursery I opted to go for, their rate is £51 per day per child. So because I have two kids now, that means I'm paying £102 every day for both of my kids. Yes, it's mind-blowing. So you never really understand the cost of sending your child to a childcare facility in the UK until you're eventually in the position. So I never really understood the cost until I got to the point where I needed to send them off, because I didn't have an option. So so back to what I was saying about the cost. £51 per day, £102 for two kids per day. So I'll be needing this childcare from Monday to Friday. So roughly that would cost me £1,083 per child. So for my two kids, that would be roughly £2,166. So that's what the nursery bill is for two kids. And guys, the costs are quite significant. It does dip really into your savings. Salary is a whole lot of money. And my kids, they don't qualify for free childcare until they are 3 years old. So in the UK, you are eligible, your child is eligible for 15 hours or 30 hours, free hours from the age of 3, and sometimes you get from 2 years old, depending if you're eligible, if you've received certain benefits from the government. So obviously I don't qualify for any of that, and my first child is not even 3 years old, so I don't qualify I don't qualify for any of those, free hours. So I'm having to pay out of our pocket, and man, it's been really crazy, like thinking about the cost. But at the same time, I know I have to go back to university to finish my course. I've got just a few months left, and I desperately need to get back. So I don't really have an option other than sending my kids to nursery and trying to manage to, like, offset those costs, trying to manage to, like, pay them. Like, there is no other way, like there is no other option. So guys, you've seen how the childcare costs here in the UK are quite, significant. They're very, very expensive. So it's something you should bear in mind if you're living in the UK, you haven't got kids yet, or if you're planning to move to the UK and you've got little kids below the age of 3, then this is something you should actually bear in mind, that the childcare costs are quite, eye-watering. There is a lot. It's mind-blowing. But I wanted to also point out there are other forms of childcare facilities, so you don't have to send them to nursery. They've got childminding. Childminding is slightly cheaper than sending your child to nursery. So around my area is from £4.50. Sometimes you even get from £3 per hour. So their one, they calculate it per hour, but nursery is like £51 per day. So nursery calculate per day. You would find that most childminders will calculate per hour. So I've seen from £3 up to, like, £6 per hour. So it depends on who you go to, but the cost does vary, and it can help you save cost. I found that it's quite cost saving if you eventually find someone, like, on the lower range, charging like £3 or £3.50, then it does make a difference. So I would say when you're looking for childcare place for your child, you should have a look at childminders as well as nursery and try to compare the cost and save as much as you can, because the costs are quite significant. And also, I know there are other schemes that are available. You can also ask your employer for any childcare sacrifice, salary sacrifice schemes that may be going on at your workplace. So what is obtainable at the work obviously varies depending on what your employers have to offer. So it's always good practice to ask the employers what childcare schemes are available. I know some employers give vouchers and other options that may be out there, so it's always a good practice to ask around. So there's also tax-free childcare that the government offers for the people that are employed. So for every £8 you pay, the government tops it up by £2. So it might be something worth looking into if you're, like, interested in, like, other ways you can save money. And yes, I'm just happy to be sending them off, but obviously my bank is not even smiling at all. But it's just something that has to be done, unfortunately, and they are going to actually grow out of this stage. Obviously, when they start primary school and all that, it wouldn't be this expensive anymore. And that comes to the end of my video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and comment on the video, ask me any questions you have, or share your childcare struggles here in the UK. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Please just hit that subscribe button and give your girl a follow, please, for more interesting content. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.